I mean in the terms of meaning the inability to really get a social movement in the thing. I mean, if it wasn't the financial crisis, if it isn't what's happening to blacks today, if it isn't seeing the failures of what we tried to achieve in Mississippi in 1964, and now I have some reflections on this, but I want your reflections. I mean, we can talk to the end about energy, and so how do we do it? How do we get something, not just energy in terms of something of an ephemeral protest, but a serious movement with this courage and fighting and knowing that in the main you're going to lose, but nevertheless you keep fighting. That's the question I'd like you to address.
Yeah, I'll go first, though. No, my God, Brother Bernstein, you hit the nail on the head. And I would call that not just a motivation deficit. I think it's a cultural crisis. It's a spiritual crisis. It has to do with the structures of selves that are constituted by highly commodified societies that make it difficult to really want to courageously engage in forms of action in which you don't have short-term victory. It's hard to conceive of a long-distance runner like yourself and others, you see, in a culture which is so obsessed with the present moment and the repetition of the present over and over again, tied to instant gratification, of course, and linked to market activity. On the other hand, we should also know that if the election were held today and the only person who could vote would be under 25, Bernie Sanders would win. The younger generation, and I'm not being nostalgic and romantic about this, right? You know the recent poll, right? 49% of young folk over 25 say that socialism is better than capitalism. That's not your generation. You come out of the Cold War generation. Socialism and all the red baiting that goes along with that term, things have shifted for the younger generation. And I'm not just teasing out signs of hope, because you know I'm a prisoner of hope and the blues, man, so I'm concerned with the darkness and the underside all the time. But that is some kind of acknowledgement of a shift taking place. The question is whether it can come together. Can it be mobilized? Can it be? We live in the age of Ferguson. Young folk, black folk, broken the back of fear. We know that was a precondition when you all went down to Freedom Summer in Mississippi in 1964. You had to break the back of fear in order to do what needed to be done in apartheid-like America at that time. That is taking place in Ferguson and Baltimore. And that's why many of us from the old school like to spend a lot of time with those young folk and say, yeah, let's break this back of fear. Let's see how far we can go. That's what this march on Saturday is all about right here in New York City. We're going to shut down Rikers Island. Absolutely.
On the Taylor question, I was criticizing his paper, not his life.